Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Beard. In this video, while filming the other video with the Gallimimus, theory came to my mind, right, about the isle, and I was like, just let's make a video about it, why not? It's a simple theory, probably the video is not gonna be that long me talking about it. So, we all know there's like domes on this island, that humans used to work here and everything, blah blah blah, right? And we all assume that Apollo Engineering and Apollo in general has a lot of money, right, to do this, everything they do here. But my theory I want to talk about is just puts the question in front to you guys, to everybody watching this, to everybody when listening. What if Apollo does not have the money to do all of this? All right. And, you know, that question popped to my head while making a joke in my Galley video. And sometimes that's how theories start, right? Just making weird random comments. And I was like, wait, if Apollo does not have the money to do all this, how could they do it, right? I mean, obviously they have some money to have an island. We don't even know how they got this island. We don't even know if the world knows they're on this island. We don't really know a lot. So in my opinion, if they didn't have the money, what's one way to cut down on the money? In my Gallimimus video, literally a few minutes ago I recorded it, I asked you guys how much would you get paid to leave your families and everything to come work for Apollo on this island far away from everything, right? Far away from your families. You can't even have contact with them. If you do, you might relive secrets and you're gonna just literally kaput, right? You're putting your family in danger basically to come work here. So my question was, how much money would you get? How much money would you want to come do this hard work, right? Leaving everything behind to do this. And that popped a few questions in my mind, right? Let's say they promised people, how many employers do you think Apollo Engineering has on these domes, on the guards, on security, on everything? Probably, let's say 1,000 people, more or less, depending. I don't know, like a lot of people fit in those domes. I don't know how many they need necessarily, but I'm guessing a lot. So I'm just saying 1,000 because it's a lot, with scientists and the security and the people providing food and the transport and everything, blah blah blah. But in my opinion, what's a way for them to cut down on those expenses, let's say, at least, and just focus on them making dinosaurs and everything? Well, in my mind just popped the thing. We all know about the replicator, and we don't know what it is and what it is, probably in Tartarus or maybe not in Tartarus, and replicator replicates and stuff. Why did it come on the island, the replicator? This theory I'm about to tell you guys. I don't know if it's real. You might expand on it. You might tell me it's very bad. That's how theories work. If I was the CEO of Apollo Engineering, right, I would come to my people and be like, to my workers and be like, all right, you know what? Promise the people $10,000 a month.
I'll make that deal. How about you bitch? You make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
All right, there's a lot of people who would take that deal. A month to make $10,000 just working on a tropical island or subtropical island, just chilling. Maybe you eat crabs every day. You have a very relaxing, right? Probably stressful as well, but relaxing in your day off, right? So you're gonna promise people $10,000. There's a lot of people who are gonna take that, right? You're gonna bring people all over the world who just left their families out, right? Basically, what I'm guessing is that they form contracts, right, with their families, and like, okay, you're required to sign this contract. You're not probably never gonna see your family again, or if you do, it's gonna be after years and years. It's a very dangerous job, blah blah blah. But for $10,000, we say it's worth it, right? And some people take that, and some people go out away from their house. Maybe they're struggling at home or anything like that, so they come work on this island to provide the money to their families, right? So they're not taking the $10,000. Maybe they're providing the money to their families at home. So a lot of people came, and to have 1,000 people that you need to offer $10,000 is kind of a lot. But what I think happened is that the CEO had a plan all over. Because, those guys promise their families, okay, listen, I'm gonna send you money, we're struggling, you might never see me again, alright? This job is dangerous, so in case I don't come back, you're gonna get money, alright? So at least I can promise you that. And that's kind of the mentality they had before they left their places to come work on this island, right? So the replicator, in my opinion, in this theory, is that the CEO or the people in charge kind of made it so they kind of like when all the employers come, they kind of have to walk through this machine first. It's kind of like, you know, it's like going to your work and be like, we just have to take your temperature, is procedure. But when they came here, you know, it's kind of like that, you know, go through this machine, is gonna scan you, everything, is gonna take blood analysis, is gonna do everything to you, all right? Just this procedure, and then you can go to work. You're gonna go to that guy and you're gonna get assigned somewhere. And these guys are probably gonna go work for 1 or 2 months, and all the analysis they got, all the tests they did when they first entered the factory, you know, the Apollo engineering, they entered it. Those tests are gonna be sent to the replicator, and over the next few days, or you know, whatever, the replicator just replicated employees, which will end up doing whatever the CEO wants, right? And the CEO is going to just go work there, you know, and you don't have to pay the copy of that person. It's basically clones, right? You don't have to pay them, you don't have to keep watch of them, because they're literally slaves, right? To do whatever Apollo wants. And in a month or two, they just take the person that was cloned and was like, listen, we either don't need you anymore, and you know that, and they return to their families with $10,000. And again, one-time payment instead of like months and months paying them $10,000. One-time payment, right? And they return to their families, or again, they sign contracts and they just get killed, right? Or literally fed to dinosaurs or sent to other experiments. Literally clones took over, right? So excuse me, Mr. Moore. Okay, is this a sign that my theory is going somewhere? Probably. That's Dondi speaking to me. But yeah, what I was saying is that, you know, they send back to their families or get, you know, sent as test subjects somewhere, and it's GG, right? And the clones just, you don't have basically to pay people to act or do anything anymore. You have clones that you don't have to pay, you don't have to maintain, you don't have to feed, you don't have to do anything to them, because they're clones. They're made to be, you know, long-lasting slaves of Apollo engineering, doing whatever Apollo engineering wants. And maybe replicator, something went wrong at one point, and one clone probably met the real person, and the clone was like, wait a second, who are you? Wait, who are you? You know, something like that happened. And you know, who knows, maybe a clone went bad, and this would kind of explain Errand 291 as well, because that's a fascinating thing for me. Errand 291. Errand 291, you know, it could be a clone that kind of was doing its job, and then, you know, something malfunctioned inside of it, and it just went, the mind went blank, and it just started roaming the island randomly, right? I mean, the security wouldn't mind, because they think it's just doing its job. It's a clone. Just the clone knows what it was being ordered to do. And you know, maybe the security on the island aren't actually clones. They're probably people, right? But just, you know, a guard there, a guard here. You don't need a lot of security, right? Because you're not going to war. You're literally just, you need security just in case, right? So maybe they're people, and when a clone comes to them that's literally malfunctioned, people are like, wait, what's this going on here? Wait a second. And you know, the heart attack might just be, you know, the security guys don't know there's clones, because if they knew, there's probably gonna be a literally revolt in the company, being like, you can't clone us, what are you doing? Am I gonna get cloned? What is this? So Polo just kind of, you know, pulls the plug on the clone, and oops, well, it had a heart attack. Guys, don't worry about it. Yeah, we don't know what happened. All right, go back to your posts, you know. This is a theory I wanted to talk to you guys about. It sounded curious to me, right? It just sounded interesting. Tell me what you think about it down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. It was Mr. Beard, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, and yeah,